if reckless behavior is widespread. Accordingly, in response to today's resolutions from my consultations with county governors and on the advice of the National Security Council and the National Emergency Response Committee on the coronavirus pandemic, I do further order and direct as follows: that our nationwide curfew shall remain in force for a further 30 days.
On August 1st, 2021, Benson Njiro Ndwega, 22, and Emmanuel Mutora Ndwega, 19, full of excitement, set out for their first day of selling pork in Kianjokoma at around 4 p.m. Their mother, Catherine Wawira, called them to ask them how the business was like, not knowing that that was the last time she would speak to her sons. It was the first day that the two brothers had opened their own business, something they had longed and worked for. Benson was a student at Don Bosco Technical Training Institute, and Emmanuel was studying law at Kabarak University. They were both on holiday since COVID-19 had affected the school calendar. They did not like staying at home doing nothing. Even while at home, Emmanuel and Benson always found something to keep them busy. They came up with an idea to start selling pork in Kianjokoma town before schools reopened. During that day, Catherine Wawira Ndwega called Emmanuel to see how the business was doing. He told her that the business had picked up and they were making good money. She was hopeful that the boys would make it home on time since they were very disciplined and had the knowledge that there was a countrywide curfew. However, this was not an ordinary Sunday. It reached 10 p.m. and they still had not arrived home. This was unusual, and their mother suspected that things were not right. Catherine Ndwega consoled herself, rationalizing that they could have visited nearby friends after a busy day. Emmanuel and Benson were outgoing, lively, and always had time for their friends. However, the boys weren't picking up their phones, and from there, their mother started getting worried. Their father called until the phones went dead at almost midnight. Their parents waited till daybreak as they had no option. They recall not having slept that night, wondering what had happened to their sons. The next day, the parents went searching for them in several police stations in Embu, even went to Manyata police station, the police station whose police officers were involved in Emmanuel and Benson's deaths. And when they went there, they were not given any information concerning the two. The following day, August 3rd, together with close relatives, they filed a missing persons report at Manyata police station. After filling the report, the station's head asked to see them and finally informed them that Benson and Emmanuel had died after jumping from a moving police vehicle. Their bodies lay at the morgue of the Embu Level 5 hospital. The two brothers had been brutally killed after flouting COVID-19 containment measures. The police officers who arrested them killed the first brother in order to set an example, but then realized that the second one had witnessed the event and therefore he had to die. Police officers Benson Mbudhia, Consolata Kariuki, Nicholas Chiriot, Martin Wanyoma, Lillian Chemuna, and James Mwaniki had been charged with the murders of Benson Ndwega and his brother Emmanuel Ndwega. The prosecution stated that the officers jointly murdered the two brothers at Kianjokoma Trading Center when they were heading home with their friends on the night of August 1st. According to an investigation report filed in the court, the brothers were returning home at 10:30 p.m. when one of them spotted a police officer vehicle parked around a corner and a police officer armed with a long stick on patrol approaching the direction where they were. He alerted the others and they started running back in the direction they were coming from. When one of them tripped and fell, the police officers on patrol caught up with them, arrested and bundled them in the police vehicle. No one knew what happened to the brothers while they were in the police vehicle, as their bodies were found lying in a straight line 35 meters apart. A post-mortem report concluded that the two were killed using a blunt object with multiple injuries on their heads. The police officers mentioned denied murdering the brothers, claiming it's the two who caused their death by jumping from moving vehicle after the arrest and fell on the road leading to their death. Their father, in a heart-wrenching testimony, remembers seeing his sons laying on the morgue. He described Benson to have suffered a lot because the entire head was deformed. He also had bruises and one leg had a bone protruding out. For Emmanuel, it was only the head and his brain was coming out. This revealed the intensity of clobbering that they received on the fateful day. Due to rage, the residents of Kianjokoma allegedly torched the vehicle in which Benson and Emmanuel, further tampering with evidence. Here is the video. The family claimed that the two were further robbed of their money and phones during the arrest. The family remembers the two as very friendly, social, honest, and very disciplined and treated everyone with respect. Their mother recalled visiting the university to pick up Emmanuel's clothes and neatly arrange them in his wardrobe at his home. Emmanuel had reared chicken and his mother continues to feed them every morning. She also makes their beds every day to keep feeling connected to them. She is still in denial that her two brilliant sons are gone forever. In an excruciating, sorrowful burial ceremony held on the 13th August 2021, members of Kianjokoma locality, including politicians, both young and old, called the government for justice, condemning the impunity boldly and continually exercised by the police. They chanted the names and the titles of the police officers allegedly involved. The people were clear. They did not want the police officers transferred or suspended. They wanted them prosecuted and sentenced in prison. Here is the video of the excruciating, sorrowful burial ceremony of Benson and Emmanuel. On the 2nd September 2021, the accused police officers were finally charged before the High Court on 2 counts of murder. According to the prosecution, the 6 police officers jointly murdered the 2 brothers at Kianjokoma Trading Center on the night of the 1st August 2021 as they were heading home. The court also had the case on the 9th February 2023 and is in the process of taking the prosecution's evidence from various witnesses. Lawyers have offered to help the Ndwega family get justice for their 2 sons. No mother should go through what Catherine Wawira went through. We pray that the family finds justice. May Emmanuel and Benson rest in peace.